in addition to The Sound of Freedom, tackling this very serious, very real issue of human trafficking, there's another independent film that's currently in the production phase, also about child trafficking, exploring a story about a young man whose sister goes missing, but then he has a dream about where she might be located. And it turns out to be a real place. He hears the cries of children and is compelled to get his family and friends involved in taking down the local trafficking ring in their hometown. And folks, this might be fiction, but guess what? It's happening. It could be in a town near you. Our next guest is one of the actors and directors of this film called Dream. Take a look at the trailer.
Mike, where's Jamie? What do you mean, where's Jamie? I thought she went with you. My little sister went missing. She's been missing for like 30 minutes. Hey, someone needs to get on the intercom and tell them that a girl's been missing. I had a dream last night. I was standing at the gate of this old warehouse. This guy pulls up in a truck. He's staring at me like he wants to kill me. You think God sent you a dream to go break into a warehouse? That's what you're trying to tell me. She could be in there. Someone's in there. What if it wasn't just a dream? I'd do something about it.
Joining me now, actor, director of Dream, Ben Pauling. Ben, welcome to Real America, sir. First and foremost, let me say thank you to you and your family. I know this has been a family and friend affair to put this independent film together and tackle this, yes, very real issue that's not only plaguing our country, but the entire globe. So thank you, sir.
Thank you for having me, Dan. Appreciate being here.
Let's talk about Dream. Did I read right in the information here? You actually, this isn't a real life story, but you actually had a dream similar to this, and that's what sparked your interest in making this movie. Plus, obviously, you'd seen all the headlines about child trafficking growing and being such an epidemic. Is that how this kind of came together? Explain for my viewers.
Yeah, August 6, 2020, I had a dream. And in that dream, I saw a man at a warehouse in a location where I thought that this, place was looking to be a normal place of business, and yet I felt compelled and heard the cries that there were children in there. I woke up from that dream, and for the first time in my life, I finally felt empathy for this issue. And I actually, something woke up in me that I feel many people are still asleep on. And I went looking for this place, and it was as I was driving the outskirts of my hometown in Auburn area, California, I came up with this story, and it kind of just took off from there.
Wow. So you had not, is it fair to say then a few years ago, you had not realized how massive this epidemic is, and then you had this dream, it opened your eyes, and you started researching. What'd you find in your research? Because as we've seen the success of Sound of Freedom film, we're now hearing critics and stuff try to trash the movie because of who stars in it, who produced it, trying to tie it to conspiracy theories, and screw all that. They're avoiding the actual crisis, the epidemic.
Right.
So talk to us about that.
Right. And here's what people need to know. First off, Sound of Freedom, amazing film. People need to realize that is not just something happening in the boonies of some, South American country. That's happening right here under our watch. Right. And the reality is that after I had this dream, I started seeing numerous articles on children being rescued, 50 children in this state in a trailer or in a U-Haul. That would be breaking news. The reality is right. that less than 1% of children are even rescued. And so I think it's amazing what's going on right now with Sound of Freedom. Many people say, we have to go and see this film. Yes, we do, but we also have to keep the momentum going. And so that's what our goal is.
Do something about it.
Right. We have to keep the momentum going. And a year from now, when our film comes out, people will be able to come out and support it. But for right now, we need people to support the making of it.
Yeah. And I told my viewers, you're in pre-production. Obviously, you've got a great looking trailer. You've got some folks behind you that are going to help with distribution. I saw the producer credits there from some bigger films we recognize. So you're on board with it, and you come from a family of filmmakers and stuff, so you know what you're doing. You just got to finish this product, and you need some help.
Yeah, and so we actually had this product set up through Hollywood, traditional financing, got very close with some bigger name actors into making it. Throughout the process, values and things were making it to where we'd have to compromise what we were doing. And without going into naming names or too much detail, the Sound of Freedom was actually referred to as a deterrent for us to make this film. Really? It was known that this film had been sitting on the shelf. Yeah. And that was, you don't want to make a film like that. Nobody wants to see that. And they might be right that in Hollywood, nobody wants to see that. But the people have spoken, and a lot of people are being shut up now with how much success Sound of Freedom is having. And it's opening up. It's like David and Goliath. And you sling that stone, it makes way for a whole army to come forward.
Sure does.
And we're at the beginning right now of a war for our children. That war has begun, and we need to heavy the artillery, and we need to move forward, and we need to strike while the iron's hot, and not let our voices be silenced again.
You know, that's so well said. I wanted to touch on something you said, though. You pitched this in Hollywood. You were talking in Hollywood. You had big studios and actors thinking about doing it, and then they told you no, because I'd read the story about Sound of Freedom. I mean, that was supposed to get made back in like 18 or 19. This was a 5-6 year process because, again, Hollywood poo-pooed it for years and said, no, nobody's going to watch that. Again, that makes you wonder, why would the Hollywood elites not want a film like this? Did they really think that Americans wouldn't watch it? Or was there something else deeper and seedier and disgusting involved? I'm almost out of time, Ben, but if folks want to help you and learn more about your movie Dream, how can they do so?
Yeah, potential partners can visit us at dream.us, either investing or giving, just as a generous gift to help us tell this story and learn more and see more of that little clip they saw there.
Well, I'm telling you, just what you put together so far and the vision that you have for this, and knowing that you and your family members, your dad, everything you told me, and brothers and sisters and whatnot have all done things in the movie or reality TV industry. You've got the know-how to do it. You don't need Hollywood to do it, as we just saw with Sound of Freedom, and I'm behind you 100%. Anything else we can do over the next year while you're trying to make this film, you let us know. Matter of fact, if you need some news reports in the movie, don't pay somebody, don't buy a studio, call us here at OAN, tell me what lines you need, we can tape something here, and you can get some clips for free to help the movie. That's how invested I am in exposing this.
Thank you so much.
Everybody knows what in the hell is going on.
Yeah, and right now people just need to pray and give. And so I just appreciate that as a mission from God. We are going to see this thing through, and I appreciate your support in that, Dan.
Of course. Ben Pauling, writer, director, and starring in the new film to come, Dream, about the child sex trafficking that's happening for real in this country and around the globe, folks. Thank you so much, Ben. God bless you and your whole family.
God bless you, Dan.
Yep, take care.